You got challenges that you're going to run across.
Okay, so welcome to another episode of Elite Psyche, the mental toughness podcast. I think I'm gonna do away with podcasts. We're gonna be called the Mental Toughness Show. No, Mental Toughness Mindset Show. The big show. So, but Elite Psyche is the name. Came up with that because if you look up psyche, it's your mind, it's your deepest feelings and attitudes, your thoughts and all of that. So, I want to have that elite feeling when it comes to your psyche. A lot of people's psyche was damaged early in their career, or early in their life, not just a career, but early in their life. But we'll talk about that one day. But I have a co-host today that I want to bring up in a second. She's a really good friend of mine. I call her my big sister. We've been knowing each other for about maybe 12 years now, maybe 13 years. And, I'm gonna have her come up and tell you about her career and her life, because she's been in the education system for a long time. Also, she's been doing the wellness initiative programs, for a while. She's kind of, no, she didn't coin that phrase, but she's kind of using that phrase, that she's a part of a wellness initiative program. So without further ado, I want to bring up Miss Lisa Adams Horsley to the show. I want to say the big show, but then I don't want to sound like, Fat Joe, but he says that all the time, the big show. But this is the big show. Is that right, Miss Horsley?
That is absolutely correct. How are you, Mr. Fleming?
I'm doing great today. And so you're my first co-host of Elite Psyche, the Mental Toughness Mindset Show. And tell everybody a little bit about your career and,
Sure.
Where you from?
Well, first of all, thank you for the honor and the privilege for me to be the first co-host and first female co-host. That's a big deal. Big deal. So I am the little sister. Let me make sure that we clear some things up, because people will be watching this saying, big sister? I'm really the little sister. Originally, I'm from Atlantic City, New Jersey. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. And for the last 24 years, I have been working with disadvantaged, low-income students. And what that means is I help disadvantaged young adults and adults gain access to college. I love what I'm doing. It's my education initiative. It's one of those things that the work never ends. And here recently, I've also added a wellness initiative to my education initiative as well. Same mission, where I can now help retirees, people that are on low income, gain wellness products at 75% off the original price.
Okay. So we'll make sure that people know how to reach out to you also.
Sure.
At the end of, we'll put it on the screen. But let's get to our guest, man. This guy I've been knowing now maybe 3-4 years. Actually met him on the phone while he was incarcerated. I was looking to get some books into prisons, and I didn't realize how hard it was, how difficult it was to try to get anything. I didn't know how the system worked. I tried in Georgia for a long time. I called, nobody returned my calls and all that kind of stuff. So I had a friend of mine introduce me to another friend of his, Mike. And we actually did an interview with Mike on our first podcast. Mike is from Cleveland, Ohio. And he told me about this guy I'm about to bring up, Mr. Lewis Fields. And he said, man, when it comes to reading and books and mindset and personal development, this is the guy you need to meet, because he can help you whatever you're trying to do with the prisons. And so I think Mike gave him my number. Yeah, he did. And he connected with me. He called from the location he was at, and we started talking, man. This was during COVID. during the lockdown. And I know we do have some pictures of some of the things that he's doing now. I don't know if you could put it on the screen, but these are some of the things that he's been doing since he's been out. Matter of fact, he started this while he was incarcerated. He started the Books for Bruises because he was talking to me about it. He started these other organizations while he was actually incarcerated. We were talking about it over the phone. He had people that was helping him outside. And I started sending books to the program and things of that sort. And, you know, we just built a relationship. And since he's been out now for a while, not even a year yet. I don't think it's been a year. We could talk about that. But he jumped right into what he's doing. You know, he believes in the books for kids and everything else that, you know, which really caused him to be incarcerated. You know, Lewis was charged with a murder, you know, doing a drug deal that went bad, sentenced to life, 15 years of life. And he actually did 22 years incarcerated, which is, he went in at 19 years old. And man, he's going to talk to us about what he's doing now since he's out, how his life has changed, you know, and why he should be, well, I don't want to say should, but why people should look at it differently. Because sometimes when people say somebody was murdered, well, they should be in jail forever, they should die there. Well, he has a great answer for that. And maybe we can start off the interview with that, of why he feels that, you know, the debt that he owes to society, they should give him a chance to feel not just the debt to society, to the families and to everybody else. So without further ado, I want to bring up Mr. Lewis Fields from our green room back there. I know he's eating the cookies that we got back there for him. So
hello. You can hear me? Hello?
What you said? Yeah, we can hear you. How you doing?
The only reason I say that is because when I first got out, I used to just scream that all the time on the phone. Like, can you hear me? Like, why do you always say that? You hear me? How y'all doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well.
Good to see you.
See y'all. Good to see you.
All right, man. So let's just jump right into it, man. Talk to us, you know, like I said, about why you feel that, you know, locking a person up, throwing away the key is not always the answer. I know you say that sometimes some people just are not going to change, but you know, person should get the opportunity to, and you know, why should a person get that? So let's hear what you say about that, because I know you got a good answer. Make sure that you like and subscribe and hit the all button and all that kind of stuff, because we're going to have a lot of good interviews on this podcast.